Very much, Kevin, and it has been quite a year we've had here at Kagan Stadium here on GoStanford.com, and great to hear from a couple of the parents, the Mr. Warshaw and Miss Gorski, were able to watch this at home, and good to see them out here because it's a big game for their kids and it's a big game for the Stanford Cardinal.
Definitely the big game, and
it's the big game on
the
the other pitch.
Yeah. Big game on the other pitch. The big kick, the big match. I don't know if there's an
there's
official
a
name
big
for
sail for
there's
yachts sailing or whatever they call it.
There's a big sail. There's a big spike. Maybe I'm making that one up for volleyball. I don't know.
The big set.
The big set.
But this is, this is really one of the most important games for Stanford in a couple of years in terms of everything that's at stake. And let's see how they start out the second half.
Yeah, I expect them to come out gunning here, looking for their first tournament appearance in 7 years. And they're in the best spot to get to the tournament ever since 2002.
White tops, black shorts, white socks for Stanford. They move right to left, and we start up. Strickland, back to Culver, one touch to Bobby Warshaw, who put the gloves on. The Mechanicsburg PA product. The Cal Bears are coming out with their starting 11. We'll give it to you in a moment. Yayavi plays this one in the middle, and it's swept away by the California Golden Bears. Look like Soares, who put a touch onto it. Cal plays it up, and here they go with Wilson in the midfield. Lamming was able to disrupt him for a moment, and that was all the difference. And here's a nice little run from the Cardinals' Morgan, but Evan Morgan had that one taken away from beneath him.
Nice play by Kosgrove there to win possession for the Bears.
Up comes California, far sideline. Sassano leaves it off for his left-sided wingers. Salsicia. So you got a Sassano and a Salsicia. Sassano, excuse me, and a Salsicia. Sounds like a pizza joint.
Hopefully we can get some Tony and Albas after the game.
And they were the sponsor of the game. Brett Simon giving them a game ball before the game. They've done a lot to sponsor Stanford Athletics, as well as CardCam, providing the team. And then really nice of just a thank you for out there to the assistant coaches who've been able to help us out. Dan Chamberlain, one of them, Rob Becerra, Greg Olson, who always help us out with giving us some pizza after the game.
Yeah.
Brett Simon also is our last regular season broadcasting. Big thank you to him. He's been great to Dan. Let's call you Dana. Kevin, Dana, and I this entire year, giving us time, and even offered to buy me lunch on Thursday. Quite a nice guy. Hiyavi brings it up the left wing for Stanford. 1v1, step over, wants to play in the middle. John's there. Hiyavi is ripped down, and that's a yellow card. Stop the play, and Dimitris Omfroy is going to earn himself a yellow card. That's the second yellow card against the California Golden Bears.
So they've had more yellow cards, but Stanford with more foul calls against them. 13 fouls in the first half.
Yeah, it was 13-5, which, I mean, it's a little frustrating if you're Brett Simon and company because it looked like both teams were very physical, but Stanford, I guess, was getting caught a little bit more.
Yeah, they definitely had some calls go against them. This right in front of the tree, we can't really see. It looks like Strickland and Thomas.
Yeah, three-man wall. And I think, as it has happened in the entire history of soccer, the wall thinks that 10 yards is actually like 2 yards,
yeah.
And they have to be pushed back. We have to waste a few seconds. And here comes Strickland with the in-swinger. Towards the far post. Deflected off the top. That looked like it went off the head of a Golden Bear. I'll say it was Soares maybe. And, oh, man, that was the best opportunity for Stanford today.
I think Bingham might have even gotten his paw up there to deflect that at the last moment as well, in addition to the head. But, wow. That one almost found its way to the back of the net.
Gorski sends this one straight up in the air. Now he touches it down. Lamming, good skill to Morgan, who is taken down. That's a real late challenge. And he'll win himself a free kick. Soares there again, who's kind of been the disruptive force thus far in a couple of words. This is a dangerous point.
And Lamming just gave Salsici a little bit of a push, and Salsici has been pushed by a couple of Cardinal today. One in the first half by Strickland.
That did not earn a card. So it looks like I think Thomas might take this one. He's a lefty, and he puts a tremendous amount of spin on the ball. Strickland would have to try to hit this one towards the left post. Thomas, here we go. Steps up to this one, shoots this one, and that one flew up on him a little bit. It's going to be real hard to strike a ball like that today with how slick the surface is.
Yeah.
Not because of the way you strike it because of your plant foot. The plant foot's always actually the most important thing in terms of that, because your kicking foot kind of just swings right through.
And especially with it being considerably cold outside, ball gets a little harder, and
yeah, exactly.
And as a result, you lose a little bit of touch.
Yayavi had Thomas on the overlap instead in the middle. Good decision to one of the seniors, the 6th-year senior, Evan Morgan. Long ball played in. Yayavi almost was able to kind of disrupt.
Crazy hop there.
Bingham, yeah, that had a lot of weird spin on it. Bingham, long throw to the near side after 2 steps and 2 bounces of the ball. It's Ofrey who puts that one upfield, but it's shepherded away by Ryan Thomas.
Tried to work the sideline a little too tightly there, and as a result, it goes out of bounds on him.
Thomas to throw it in towards the circle. Morgan chests it down. His opposite number 9 for California. Jimenez, though, was able to win back possession, and here comes Cal. Cal really early on in this game was attacking up the left side a lot, and they were showing tremendous pace. Oh, good ball left back. Here comes Jimenez into space to the far side. Played in front of the nets, and John Moore was knocked into by a couple of Golden Bears, including Wilson. Play on, says the referee. And then a nice shove by Culver to the far sidelines as Cal wins the throw-in. 55th minute, 1-0 Cal over Stanford. Ball in the middle. Warshaw tries to head this one away. Coming back with Strickland. It's knocked away for a moment by the Cardinal, but they quite can't get it on the other half. Finally, a good idea right there from Lamming just to knock it forward. Here's Yayavi, a lot of pace behind him. That ball is a lot slower than I think that the keeper Bingham thought it was. It was. And here's another opportunity for Yayavi up the left side. But it's taken away. Stiff challenge from Omfroy.
Beautiful challenge from behind there by Omfroy, because Yayavi had all kinds of daylight.
A wide open near side is Jimenez. They're not going to actually ever get it to him. He kind of falls down, and that was an unfortunate situation as Wiedemann didn't really see Jimenez. And Warshaw's down. The ball's played out of bounds.
Salsicia should have gotten that over to Jimenez way earlier than he attempted it to, because right as soon as Cal started the attack, it looks like Warshaw is still down on the field. But as soon as Cal went on the attack, Jimenez was wide open, completely unmarked. There wasn't a Stanford player within 20 yards of him. And Salsicia should have given it to him right then and let Jimenez do what he could with it, but good to see Warshaw come up, and Stanford a little fortunate.
Bobby Warshaw, a little bit slow, and as tough as this game's been, you saw Bobby just give a thumbs up to Cosgrove, who played that ball out of bounds as well he should, and good play from both these teams is the center back, Ted Jones from Tiburon High School. Tiburon, California, excuse me. No Tiburon High Schools. Cameron Lamming takes it away. Up for Adam John. He's onside. Actually, no, he's offsides.
I'm not sure. That's one where I think maybe the referee looked at after the ball was kicked, and you see Adam John getting behind the defender, and as a result, the offside flag is up. But I think before that ball was touched, that John was still onside.
So any way you look at it, it's a free kick for Cal. And I don't think the Golden Bears, are yet in time-killing mode. There's a long-range shot. There's John Moore. Jimenez from distance with the left foot. Couldn't beat John Moore. It's going to take a brilliant shot. And I wouldn't say it was a brilliant shot so much as it was a 1v1 that Moore really had no chance on in the goal earlier on in this game. Warshaw heads this to Culver. Such a dangerous weapon is Bobby Warshaw up in the attack with his head, and also showed the skill right there, kind of just putting that ball right where he wanted to Culver. See it on the women's team with Mariah Noguera, who has 5 goals all via the header for the Stanford Cardinal. Winners earlier on today here at Kagan Stadium, 2-0, a first-minute goal, 23 seconds in. The fastest goal in Stanford history, Christian press from Kelly O'Hara, then Lindsey Taylor in the 89th minute was the 2-0 final line. Stanford able to win a throw-in. Strickland throws it in pretty quickly. Yayavi up the left side. That ball is slid, tackled